Today is Tuesday, February 21st, and this is the ADM Investor Services Weekly Kickoff. Today's guests are Alan Bush, Senior Financial Economist here at ADMIS, and Steve Freed, Vice President of Grain Research. Alan, why is the U.S. dollar looking toppy, even though the Federal Reserve is the only major central bank that is likely to increase interest rates this year?
Well, normally when a central bank is increasing interest rates relative to other central banks, that currency tends to outperform, which was the case last year with the dollar making 14-year highs. But now it appears that the Trump administration is not interested in any additional dollar strength. In fact, it looks like anytime the dollar pokes its head up above certain resistance areas, that Trump administration officials come in with some dollar negative comments. So I think that will put a lid on the top side of the dollar index. So I'm not really bearish on the dollar. I just think that the up is basically over, and I'm looking now for the most part a sideways trade in the dollar index.
The S&P 500, Dow, and NASDAQ futures advanced to new record highs recently. What are the reasons for this historic advance, and more importantly, will it continue?
Well, in fact, we do have some new highs today across the board, new record highs. Interest rates remain very low, and even with the Fed raising rates this year, that rates, I believe, are still low enough to sustain the bull market for all of the major stock index futures. Also, we do have corporate earnings coming in much better than anticipated, and this is a trend that will probably persist for quite some time. So I believe there is a lot left to the upside, price-wise and time-wise, for all of the major stock index futures.
What is your favorite market to be long?
So even though we do like stock indices very much, we also like gold and silver equally as much, maybe a bit more, because we think that inflation is coming back. It's going to accelerate more than most analysts believe. Also, any geopolitical events that come along the way, and apparently there are some potentially in the background that could come into focus, all of which are bullish for gold and silver. So any break that we see in the gold, probably I would say in the range of a $10 break, should be viewed as a buying opportunity, and any 50-cent decline in silver also should be used as a buying opportunity. So there is a lot left, and I think this bull market is just getting started for gold and silver.
Right. Steve, traditional funds are near record long on all non-financial commodities. Why, and is this good?
I think that it's all part of this euphoria that you're seeing about the possibility of a better U.S. economy. There's also been some talk that maybe the Chinese economy will start improving, and so I think that it is good that you're seeing higher commodity prices and money come back in on the long side of commodities.
What is the latest on the new administration policy on trade?
You know, we still don't know. I mean, that's the best answer. There are a lot of organizations that are trying to convince the administration that a border tax and any type of protectionism or isolationism would be bad for the U.S. long term. There's also other firms that are U.S. based, and they believe they can be more competitive if imports are taxed. So I think right now it's still not known what the administration is going to do.
The USDA will have their annual Outlook conference this week. What will they say about U.S. 2017 and 18 crop outlook?
The best guess right now is that farmers will shift acres from corn and wheat and plant more soybeans. So they should come out with a higher soybean carryout and just modest drops in corn and wheat carryouts.
Should U.S. farmers sell the 2016-2017 crop at these prices, or wait for a spring weather rally?
I think in soybeans, they definitely should sell and replace it with a call. In corn and wheat, you might want to wait a little bit for a spring bounce in case there's a weather issue. But as we move, let's say 20 cents higher in both markets, they should increase sales and replace with calls.
And what's the latest on the U.S. 2017 spring and summer weather?
The National Weather Service came out last week with a 90-day outlook, and basically they're calling for warmer temps than normal. No real clear estimate yet on rainfall, except it's going to be above normal precip across the northern third of the country. So, you know, we had record temperatures in Chicago this weekend, and the forecast is maybe a little moderation in that over the next week. But in the spring, we could see above normal temperatures.
Please remember that the opinions expressed here today are solely the opinions of our guests and not necessarily the opinions of ADM Investor Services or Archer Daniels Midland Company. If you have any questions or comments or would like to know more about our services, please contact us at www.admis.com.